fame. Let's go.
Yeah.
Look, man, you already know what it is, man.
You see the man sitting between us.
See the man sitting between us.
Grammy Award winning.
Super producer. Queens native.
Yeah.
Born and raised, right?
Born and raised.
Rockwilder. What else? That's like, like
Continue to accolades.
It don't get no better than that. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling, man. Just, came out to Jersey to chill with y'all.
Yeah, appreciate you being here.
Show mad love at the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I
Sitting
saw
here
you.
with Swave Sever. I'm a fan.
Yeah, we saw you at the URLT battle at
I finally started getting invited to these battles, man. I started getting invited.
Little man wants to get on the air right now.
The star to make it.
Yeah. Now, so well, you're a fan of the battles, as you was telling me.
Man.
You and wifey kick back with some wine and watch it like wrestling and stuff.
Yeah, to me, the URL battles is like. You remember when Dolomite used to be on stage and straight be pimp talking? That's what those battles remind me of, man.
True.
It's just, to me, that's more exciting than some of the music that's on the radio.
I hear you.
Sure.
Because on the radio, it's just like such a standard of just a repetitive type of thing going on.
Yeah.
You don't get a chance to get the skills like the rock hymns and the KRS Ones with the philosophy and all that, and the early Redman and the woo and all that stuff. You don't get that no more because everybody's just, and no disrespect to the craft, but it's just like, some of the stuff that I'm listening to on the radio, I'm really like, are you serious?
Well, I was going to ask you how you feel about the producers nowadays. Like
I love the producers
right
now because I feel like they're scientists. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like with the sound quality and the audio sound and the way they do things. Like, because I got producers that are down with me too. And sometimes when they send me music, first of all, their work ethic is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I admire their work ethic because I know some producers that could do like 13 beats a day. I got producers that do 13 beats a day.
Can you do 13 beats a day?
I will never be able to do 13 beats a day. I will never be able to do that. Like, I'm the type of person that could do a beat in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to do it. I want to listen to it. I want to play with it.
Go back to it.
You know what I'm saying? Turn on the Xbox while it's playing. Like, get into a zone as if I didn't even know that I did it. Try to, just admire the effort. And then the next day I'll try to clean it up. But some of the producers that I know, dog, they're like, yo, we just made like 13 joints. I'm like, for real? And then you'll hear it, and the sound quality, the effort, the integrity will just be amazing.
Well, what made you get into producing music? What drew you to it?
Oh man, this is crazy because like around 7, 8 years old, I was able to pull the record back right at the beginning of the break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my brother used to call his friends over and be like, yo, check out my little brother. My little brother's crazy. And I would just be able to grab the vinyl and just bring it back to the beginning. And there's a track that I did on the Destiny's Child album, the Destiny Fulfilled album.
Yeah.
And it's called If. And basically what I did was I used the beginning of Inseparable by Natalie Cole. And I remember telling Beyonce, I was like, yo, I really produced this record when I was like 8 years old because I used to always love the beginning of Inseparable because it always had the beginning.
Here you are using it.
Yeah, here I am using it for them.
And it was suitable too.
And it was suitable. She as soon as B heard it, she said, I want that. You know what I'm saying?
What was one of your favorite beats that you produced?
One of my favorite?
Yeah.
I got two favorite. One is Case Closed. That's on the Muddy Waters album.
Okay.
And another one is Everybody's Crazy by Nas.
Okay.
Because what I did was you know, back when you was able to, when you was going straight to the real and you had to have Simpty, you know, I don't know if it was the weed or just me just trying to be innovative that day, but I had the engineer put all 8 outs of the RC of the quarter inch out to the board, and I told him don't do Simpty, and on the MPC, if anybody is an MPC user. An MPC, if you really just want to just start the beat over again, you could just press stop and start and stop and start. So on Everybody's Crazy, I'm really stopping and starting the beat, like as if it was a DJ.
Okay.
Like,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? So I did the whole beat like that. So, you know, when Nas found out, you know, Nas was just like, yo, this sounds like I'm in a park jam. I said, yeah, because it's not locked in. It's just bam, 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 bam. I was actually doing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, leading to the next question, who was your favorite artist that you've worked with so far?
My favorite artist?
Yeah.
Give us one hip hop
Not your
and
favorite
one
record
non-hip-hop.
yet. Separate questions. Not your favorite record you produced so far. Who was your favorite artist you've worked with so far?
Janet.
Janet?
Janet.
Okay, why?
Watching the work ethic of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis
Wow.
and how they incorporated me into it. You know, I always used to listen to her records, and I admired the way they would just fall into a zone with it.
Yeah.
And when it came about to working with her, you know, she had liked what I did with Red and Meth. And when I worked on her album, I basically just fell into a whole Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis type thing because they allowed me to do it.
And they are excellent producers,
yeah,
too.
they embraced me,
Yeah.
man. They just and for them to just let me do what I do and then them decorate around what I did, it was just an amazing just learning process to work under that type of like, you know, thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Janet Jackson was pumping Red and Meth. Is that what you just said?
She's the reason. The Rockwilder song is the reason why she had called me. Like,
Wow.
She called me. She told her manager to find me over that.
I got a question about that. Whose idea was it to name it after you, that beat?
I think it was Meth because I was trying so hard to get on the album because it was supposed to be RZA and Eric Sermon.
Really?
That's who it was supposed to be. So I was just trying real hard like a little brat, just giving Red tracks and stuff. And you know, I gave them the track and they liked it and they named it after me because it really wasn't supposed to be a track. It was supposed to be an interlude just to take the last song to the next song.
The next one. Okay.
You couldn't let that just ride right there. That just needed to be
Definitely.
talked over.
Yeah.
Well, since we talked about, let's play that video then, Lachi. The Rockwilder joint. We're ready, Meth. Got that queued up right there. Yeah, the Rockwilder. We bring back his True Talk sessions. As you see, we in the building with the super producer, Grammy Award winning Rockwilder.
Let's go.
Yeah, we back on live with the super producer, Grammy Award winning Queens native Rockwilder. Got that down right? Like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the video we just played, Christina's joint. Let's get into it. How did you come about producing that record?
You know, Missy being a wonderful person and me working with her.
Okay.
She's one of the reasons why I am who I am today because she always put me on with her with some of the records that she was producing. And she called me and told me about a certain project that she was working on for the Moulin Rouge movie. And she said, you know, the remake of Lady Marmalade, could you do it? I said, you know, yeah, I'll try to do it. So I assisted with her on that song.
Okay.
And it was a great thing because it won a Grammy for Best Vocal Collaboration, which pretty much put me into a Grammy Award-winning producer status. And I really thank her for that. Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing because you know, when you're doing this work, you really don't know what you're gonna accomplish. You know, with all the stuff that you're doing, because you're just upstairs doing music. You don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know who it's gonna reach.
Like
you
if
don't
it's
know
gonna go.
nothing.
Yeah. True.
So you know,
that's a good feeling.
Yeah,
right?
and that whole process of just me always just trying to do my best, and then somebody really recognizing it, and even to the point that you know, and when they performed that song on the Grammys that year, I was on stage with them. I was the DJ, and it was just like to be on that stage and perform that song. I was just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you DJ for Missy too, right?
Yeah, I DJ for Missy too. Yeah, we got to get out of here on the 16th. Go to Vegas.
Okay,
man,
must feel good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
This is a little side hustle. I DJ sometimes.
Yeah. She. You know what's funny? DJing for Missy is a great thing because when you get out of this country, you really realize, like, you don't know how powerful that woman is. Like, out. She's powerful here too.
She's an excellent producer, you know anyway. Songwriter.
But like those records that she did, her and Timberland, those bombs,
out
the country. It's like, it's a whole different, like, I've been on stages in Poland with just 60,000 people, like, you know, and just imagine, you know, you saying, like, yo, this is Rockwilder, you ready for Missy Elliott? And you throwing a record on, and I'm not a DJ, you know what I'm saying? So you figure I'm on the stage with Missy throwing a record on, and 60,000 people are jumping. You're just like, yo, and sometimes I slip some of my beats in there.
Yeah.
You know, so I got a beat that I probably just did like last week, like a techno beat that I throw on, and I've got the crowd saying, hey, and the crowd is jumping. And I'm like, yo, like, and then Missy comes out, and then after that, it's curtains. It's curtains.
Man. You're going to have to take us with you for one of those.
Yeah, man. You know what's funny?
We carry the equipment, whatever you need. I
want to take a Polaroid picture of both of y'all faces when Missy comes out, so y'all could just be like,
you know what? I saw.
Are you serious?
The Michael Jackson effect.
Yeah, for sure.
When you talk about that, what I picture is the first time I saw on TV, it was pay-per-view, but it was Linkin Park. When their first album dropped, I was a big fan. And I saw them performing overseas, and it was like just an ocean of
river of people, dude.
And I'm like, that's what I'm picturing right now when you're saying that.
Yo,
like,
some of the crowds that I performed in front of, yo, I like, my shirt is drenched because it's so much energy. And she had dancers up there, the best dancers. Like, she don't play with those dancers. And those records that her and Timberland did, like Work It,
I can imagine.
Get Your Freak On. We have great ovations with those records, man. We have great ovations, man. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, who was, as we asked you earlier, we asked who your favorite artist that you worked with. What is your number one favorite song you produced?
My number one favorite song?
You gotta have one that's just like your baby.
Oh, wow. My Baby.
Got you.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what's funny? I think of one record, and then all of a sudden I'm like, no, Ron, say this record. Then something in my head is saying,
don't be political about it, yo.
I think everybody would just say the Red MF song would be the record.
Everybody, but we talking about you.
Me?
I mean, I said don't do political, and you went political with it.
Say the first one that jumped in your head.
The first one that jumped into my head.
Jump in your head.
I feel like 8 jumped in my head, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, wow.
Like 8 joints jumped into my head.
It's hard for somebody like you to pick
I
just the one.
I love what happened with the Moulin Rouge project.
Yeah.
I love what happened with Christina, The Dirty.
Okay.
I love what happened with Red and Meth, but then I love what happened with Jay-Z and Beans with Do It Again.
Yeah, which we're also gonna play.
Yeah.
But so you can't just pick just one. I can take that answer. I
just can't.
Because for somebody like you, I could take that answer.
But then, if I have to, but then on a hip hop note, it's You Came Up by Big Pun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So it's just like, and then it's Oh No by Pharoah Monch and them. So it's just like it's like I have, and then it's front to back, but exhibit. It's like it just keep going. So well, and that's not me even trying to be on red carpet with it. That's just me really. I really and my wife will
your
tell
catalog is crazy.
Yo, I will sit in the house.
That's why I knew that question was going to stump you. I'm like, I'm gonna get him with this. You can't. I didn't think you was going to be able to pick just one.
Nah, you know what? You know what it is. I am an admirer of music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was the little kid that would be in the crate of records, really looking at the wax and looking at the credits, looking at the address of where the label was. Like I knew the address of Warner Brothers Records. I knew the address of all these. Like I'm
record labels.
I'm like a retard when it comes to it. Like so, when I picked up my first vinyl that I did. You know what I'm saying? I respected it like so much because I was just like, damn, I never thought I would have had my own vinyl.
Organized Confusion?
That was Organized Confusion with Maintain. That was the You Came Up Big Pun. Then it was Super Lyrical. It was like all these things, and then all of a sudden now, like like, you know, when I go through my catalog sometimes, and I'm just sitting there in awe of every piece of work. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's just an amazing thing to me, each piece of work, because one thing that I love about my work is nothing sounds the same.
True.
Like, I love that. It just feels like it's just all different types of effort.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so I guess if I had a catalog of music that sounded the same, then I could probably say what was my best record.
Good.
But being that every song that's not like, do you think about me don't sound like Oh No don't sound like the Rockwilder.
Sure.
The Rockwilder don't sound like Do It Again don't sound like If don't sound like Front to Back. It's like everything is just in its own zone. Right. So everything is its favorite.
I love how your answer turned into that. That was hot. How did
no other producer can do that.
not to tote his own
except
horn.
Scott Storch, the only producer that can do that.
What y'all touched on a little while, the Organized Confusion album. Now, was that exactly your first project you worked on that was notarized? Like it was like
that was the notarized. That was the one that got noticed because Prince and Pharoah Monch were great mentors of my career. They were great mentors of my career. They had me in every studio session. I was there for this Extinction Agenda album.
The whole
I was there when I used to go to Monch house, and I admired the way he just used to, that SB 1200. They used to have that SB 1200 barking, and I would just be there watching Monch pop his snares. I would be there with Prince while he was cooking fish in one room and then be doing a beat in the other room. Like, you know, so they mentored me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then Red came along and just took me to Mars, you know what I'm saying? But Organized Confusion and the old crew, Butch and Nice, these dudes that used to walk around with headphones and just Walkmans and just we just used to just be bugging, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just all about beats, you know what I'm saying? So Organized Confusion was a very, very, very big part of my career. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's play the Do It Again.
And I also got that front to back.
And let's play the front to back. Play both of them. We right back. This is Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel. Let's do it again. And front to back Exhibit. We bring it back. We got Rockwilder in the building. As you already know, True Talk Sessions Tuesdays. You heard? That's how we do it.
Let's go.
Man, so we just played the Let's Get Dirty. No, we played Do It Again, my bad, at Jay-Z. Yeah, and we played the Exhibit. Okay. All right. Now, people automatically attach you to Redman. Is that what you get to? Like, anytime people think of you, they think it, no? Because out here in Jersey, that's automatically
always get it. Yeah, I'm his little brother out here.
Yeah, like
his little brother. I guess that was just tribal, because for some reason, me, him, Hurricane Gloria, and Solo.
Shout out to Hurricane Gloria.
We all looked alike for some reason. We all looked alike. And Red, me and Red, I don't know, man. That was just my brother from another mother, dude. He just taught me a lot of things. He gave me my swag. He the one who bought me my first pair of rugged Timberlands, not the ones with the gum sole.
Okay.
I mean, not the ones with the big old soles.
Right. Yeah.
He taught me those was whack. He bought me my real piece of Timberland. He gave me my first real check. He was the first one to take me to California. I smoked my best weed with him.
Do y'all have any footage of sessions and stuff like that? Like,
nah,
nobody recorded this stuff?
Nobody was video savvy back then like they are now. If we had Instagram back then, it would have been crazy. Yeah, it would have been crazy. On YouTube, it would have been crazy. But nobody was really documenting. Like, sometimes I could see certain things like from back then, like, you know, the old Hit Squad interview on Yo MTV Raps and little stuff like that. But nobody was really like taping crazy back then, because, you know, the video camera was huge. So
that's true. Oh man, it would have been just to see all that.
Yeah.
I know those sessions had to be crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, I couldn't hang. Yo, Red used to smoke everybody out, and then everybody be knocked out in the studio, and he would just be doing records. And by the time we wake up the next morning, he would just have like 8 records, and he'd be dropping us home.
Wow. So, all right, rockbeats.com, rockbattle.com, promotebeats.com.
Yes.
Well, I know, because I know from KI, but let them know. What made you want to do this website and make this platform for producers?
Well, my boy Alan Brown, which to me is he's a internet mogul, you know what I'm saying, an internet genius. He was the one who basically taught me about, just having music available for people that weren't able to afford my prices.
Yeah.
So we set up this thing called Lease Beats, where we would have a bunch of beats on, it started with rockbeats.com, and I had lease beats up there. So these beats weren't yours. A lot of people say, Rock was selling beats for $10. That's not what happened.
You're leasing them.
I'm leasing them. You know what I'm saying? And my whole analogy behind it is, when you buy a song off iTunes for 99 cents, you got writers, you have producers, you have all types of legal fees coming out of that 99 cents.
Yeah.
iTunes takes 20 cents, which leaves you with 70 cents. So in that 70 cents, unless you wrote 100% of the material, you're going to eat the whole 70 cents. But if you didn't, if you are the writer and then there's a producer, then that divides into 35-35, right? You know what I'm saying? Did I say it correctly?
Yeah.
And so what I did was, basically, if you're downloading a lease beat for me for $10, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting more of a better situation than a person with an album, because a person's going to sell an album for $14.99, and that album is going to be 13 tracks, and everybody has to divide cents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're downloading a track from me, a leased track for $10. I'm eating the whole 10.
Okay.
If 1,000 people download a $10 beat, do the math.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I get more money than a person that's on an album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would have to do the whole album to eat the whole $14.99.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
have to
saying?
Kanye West yourself.
Yeah. So basically, I set it up something to where people was just available to have tracks that they couldn't afford. You could just use. You know what I'm saying? And they, like I said, they were leased beats. You know what I'm saying? Some of those beats sold like 100,000 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that process, then other people wanted to get down. So then I set up Rock Battle. You know what I'm saying? And we set up Rock Battle, and Rock Battle just became this big conglomerate of just mad producers. Like some of the producers that you hear now,
come from there.
Come from Rock Battle.
Because I remember their names from back like 3-4 years ago. And I'm like, wow.
Young Fire, Rod Charm, The Incredibles. Like a lot of these people came from Rock Battle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, when a lot of I had people on Rock Battle leasing tracks for $20. Leasing now, not selling, leasing.
Yeah.
These dudes was quitting their jobs because they were paying their car note and paying their house note off Rock Battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, and was going to get more money than this industry would have ever had for those producers. I mean, dudes getting like $2,000 every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
What you
don't get that off labels right now.
Nah, that what you did. I don't know if nobody's ever said this to you, but that is a huge contribution that you did for hip-hop music.
Yes.
When y'all made that website.
Yes.
Very huge, because it's helped out so many artists in different states to be able to record and get beats from different producers in different states.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody ever told you that.
You know what? When I feel it when you have certain producers in panels. Like I go to panels.
Okay.
And there were some dudes that we were in the panel with at I Standard, big shout to J Hatch, and then Coast to Coast Convention, big shout to Fats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Them boys do it. If you don't know Coast to Coast Convention, I Standard, my brother internet site, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. You know what I'm saying? They had these panels, and you have people in the crowd like discrediting the fact that these whole lease beats things going on. But then I had these two producers that producing for damn near everybody were just like, I was able to pay my college tuition off rockbattle.com. So to hear that, what I did is all I did, me and Alan Brown, which is a genius, he's a genius, is create a middle ground for an economy of producers that you have a lot of producers out here. Everybody ain't going to get that break. But everybody's going to be able to contribute in the middle ground and make the income that's going to provide for what they need until they get to where they are. You know what I'm saying? Because people like Rod Charm, people like Young Fire, and a host of other producers that are on Rock Battle are now major producers, but they were still able to feed those babies with the economy that was created through Rock Battle. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. You know what I'm saying?
It was a wonderful idea.
And not only did we also do that, but then we also taught producers, you know what I'm saying, to set up their own sites.
Yeah, because when you click on it now, you go to their own sites.
Yeah, you go to their own sites. So
exactly.
you got digitalbeats.com. You got all of these, you know what I'm saying? And
all
digital
this because
beats
of what you did.
Yeah.
It birthed all of the rest of it.
What we did, what me, Alan,
Are
Madge.
you a proud father?
I'm in awe, man. I'm in awe because I never thought that option would have been added to my catalog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My library, my history, you know what I'm saying? My legacy. I never thought that would have been added. And I thank God that when Alan Brown came into the house and told me the idea, I wasn't feeling myself.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo. At first, I didn't understand it because he came from a whole different level of knowing the internet. He knew he saw something in the internet that you know what I'm saying that I didn't see.
Yeah.
So as a producer, I didn't get it, but I still trusted him, and he showed me a whole new where everything was going. You know what I'm saying? Now you got places like Spotify, you got Pandora, you got all these things that got the music available up there, damn near free.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah, you're right.
Like damn near that shit is free.
It is. Yeah.
That shit is free.
What equipment did he use in the 90s? That's a question from the chat room. Okay, yeah. What equipment did he use in the 90s?
Moesha, Patricia, Christina, 60.
MPC?
MPC. Oh, that MPC 3000, and that's first the 60, then the 62, then the 3000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people in the chat room, too. I'm sorry I don't have my laptop.
Shout out to Roger Lynn.
Who's that?
The guy who created
the MPC? That's what's
60.
up.
Shout out to that boy.
Music Park. That was your label. Is it
still is?
Still
active. Still active. Whatever's down. You know what I'm saying? Yummy's down. Yummy
Bingham. Still with you?
Yummy's still the ride or die. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot,
She's still down. And you know what? And it's not a contract situation. It's just the love. You know what I'm saying? They're Music Park to the death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever's Music Park to the death. There was a lot of great artists. Julian. You know what I'm saying? To the death. Producers that are down to the death. My boy Flip, that's down with Private Stock right now. Big shout to Pop Oak and Flip. They do joints for Rihanna. They do joints for Nicki Minaj. Everybody. So Music Park is just a big conglomerate of just a big family, man.
All right, I'm glad to hear that it's still going on.
Yeah. They ain't never dying, man.
My last question for you. Well, do you have one more, Dre? Because I have one last one.
Yeah, I had one because we're talking about beats. Like as a kid, when hip hop was just burgeoning, there were certain beats that made my head nod every time. Do you have a list of beats like from back then, like late 80s, early 90s that when you hear them, you like that shit is produced good?
I am a Eric Sermon disciple.
Okay.
And I feel like everything that Eric Sermon did was some of the funkiest stuff that I've ever heard in my life.
Nice.
I'm also a Pete Rock student.
Okay.
And I feel like Pete Rock gave me some of the best production that I've ever felt in my life. I still listen to the Lots of Lovin' remix. I still listen to the Get on the Mic remix. I still listen to the Microphone Master remix, the Shut It Down remix.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But I have to say, out of all the production that I've ever heard in my life, Jay Dilla is the best producer in the world.
God bless
living
him,
and still living, because that dude, I don't understand what he was doing, and I don't even understand how his music could still be relevant with him not being here.
Yeah.
I just heard a batch of beats that Busta played for me for Raekwon. I can't say nothing. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Dude, yo, let me tell you something. Yo, every time I've been with Busta many times in many different listening sessions, he's played me hundreds of Dilla beats that he never repeated in any other session.
Yeah, that's what you see what I just said, because I know he released about 3 years ago a mix CD he did on just Dilla beats. How many he's sitting on?
I don't know what that boy was doing, man.
Living in the studio.
Yo, no producer. I don't care. I swear to you, every producer that's listening to me on this mic right now, don't get offended. Don't hate. Jay Dilla's the best producer in the world.
That's what's up.
That's just everybody imitated him. So a lot of these producers that think they is just an imitation of him.
Yeah.
But Jay Dilla is the best producer in the world.
You think he got his due? No, I think he was underrated.
Very underrated.
I think he was underrated.
And he did drop bombs that were Grammy material. and some did win.
Yeah.
But Busta is playing me a batch of beats that I've never heard in my life, and I'm listening to this dude like, yo, Busta, he said, yo, I got a whole catalog of Dilla joints. I got a whole catalog. I'm like, but dude, he ain't even here. Like, what did he do? Did he just live
in the studio?
Did he just live? But he just did so many beats, man. Like, come on, man. Some of the best stuff you've heard has been Dilla.
My last question for you. Mm-hmm. You worked with so many artists, different category artists. Who's that one artist you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with?
There's none. I've already worked with every artist that I want to work with. Anybody who I work with now will just be an add-on to the blessing. Okay, but cool. My goal was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Okay. That's all I knew. That was my goal, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? Grammy, I wanted to win a Grammy. I won it. So I don't know what's going to happen now. Because to tell you the truth, I'm settled.
The new Red album is going to happen now.
Yeah. The new Red album. But you know what? I'm so settled, and I get so many like accolades from people that say, "Yo, man, Rock, you need to just start smashing again." But I'm like, dude, I have to develop that hunger again because to tell you the truth, everything I ever wanted to do, I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I that's all I dreamed of, and
your bucket list is done.
My bucket list, yeah. I have no bucket list.
Okay,
I have no bucket list. If when I died, leave this Yankee hat, leave this whatever hat on this is. I couldn't get a burgundy Yankee hat today, so I had to deal with this. But all they had was 7 5/8, and I'm a retarded dude, so I had an 8. I needed an 8.
Sure, I need an 8.
So yeah, don't worry about
it. I'm an 8 too.
So I had to deal with this one. This is the only 8. Big shout to Lids, you know what I'm saying? But the bucket list is done. But you could definitely put a smirk on my face in the coffin, dog. Because I did everything that I wanted to do. Like,
that's a good spot to be in. A good position.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on, man. We appreciate you. I'm glad that you are who you are, and you giving us the music that you're giving us.
Wow.
And that's real to the heart because you made me a fan of Redman. That's true right there. That was my #1 favorite artist of all time on my list, and Coogee Rap.
Wow.
So those two right there, but you made me a fan of Redman.
Nigga,
so
when you see Redman, right, tell him it was 1992.
Oh, man, the house with the sauce.
No. Okay. 1992. I was a freshman in Virginia Tech. I had $11.42 in my bank account. What the album came out on tape. I took my last $11.42 and bought What the album.
A lot of people wanted to be Redman back in those early days. A lot of rappers too.
Yeah.
I could speak on a few rappers that took their whole style from Redman and became someone else.
Yeah.
I don't think it's my voice to put it out. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But when Redman came out, he shut it down. He changed rap.
Yes,
he changed rap.
When he had that fucking snippet on video on the jukebox of Hardcore.
Oh man, it's crazy.
That's when I went.
Promotion.
I went and stole my first North Face vest.
Yeah. You know, I could not get a North Face jacket to save my life. Even when I started getting checks, I could not find me a North Face jacket.
For your size?
The North Face jacket that Red had.
Tent Trails.
That traditional
Tent Trails.
North Face jacket.
He didn't tell you where to get it
was
from?
On Tent
He didn't want you to have
one. You know what? Let me tell you something.
Two spots. I can tell you which 2 spots you could have got them from.
I could have got where?
Tent Trails, right there on Park Place in Manhattan, and Paragon on 16th Street in the Village.
Yo.
That shit was $750 then.
That's probably why, because I never saw myself going to pay a $750 for a jacket.
Yeah.
That's probably was it, because I had the money to get it. But I think if they would have told me $750, I would have said, I am not.
That shit was a sleeping bag and coat in one.
Yeah. But let me tell you something about Red, dude. Red, to me, I used to be scared of him. Because I really did, man, because when I used to hear him rap, I used to hear some of the stuff he was saying. And when he came out the room, I used to look at him like, did you just say that? Like, freaky like Seika's pussy vapors when I rape her?
Yes.
You just said that? Like, how did you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like...
What made you sit and
what
think
made you
that?
say that? What, if you really listen to the lyrics on What the Album, come on.
Sick.
Come on. In this corner, we got the Funk Body Snatcher. P-Funkadelic, and I got hard enough that I could chew a whole bag of rocks. Chewing Avenue. Chewing off street and off block. Then turn around and do the same damn thing to a soloist. What? No one was rapping like that. I'm sorry. The only person who got close and succeeded, because this nigga was like amazing. I'm sitting in my crib dreaming about lick jets and coops, how to sell how to say how to the way like how to look at salt soups and sell record like Snoop. Oh, I'm into Biggie.
Yeah.
That was it.
And then Nas. Keith Murray.
Nah.
Keith used to be like,
no, Keith was just lyrical like a scientist. But like
I think other two, not to cut you off, like even Eminem first.
Eminem was dangerous. Eminem was scaring me to death.
Crazy type shit too.
Eminem scared me. Hi kids, do you like violence? Want me to stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? Yes. Yes.
Yo, what videos we have left for Rock?
Let's go with that Redman. Let's get that.
And what else?
And we got that. What's that? Yummy.
I want to make sure we play Yummy.
I didn't do the Yummy joint.
No, but that's Music Park.
That's Music Park.
Exactly.
Music Park original.
Yeah.
Big shout to Ram Park.
Play the Yummy as we
DJ
close out.
Esso.
Once again,
thank you.
Yo, it's love, man. For real.
And happy birthday to Wifey
Happy birthday
Fred.
to Wifey.
Happy birthday to Wifey.
Happy birthday. My
right
brother
back.
also celebrated a birthday a few days ago.
Happy birthday to them, too. Again, go to that video. We bring back My Song in the building coming up next.
Yes, My Song.
True Talk Sessions. You heard?
Yeah, we ain't done yet.
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.